We're back here at Collinson TV. We just finished an excellent session with Lieutenant General Russel Honore. Lieutenant General Honore was responsible for the recovery efforts in Hurricane Katrina. We asked Bonnie Wallsh, who often speaks on risk management, to ask him a few questions about how meeting planners can take some of what he learned in New Orleans and apply that to their meetings and events. Let's hear what they had to talk about.
The meeting planner's most important responsibility is the safety of their attendees. How would you think that meeting planners can become more proactive than reactive in planning their risk management plan?
Number one, remember meeting planners go to events too. Mm-hmm. Remember, look at this, that as a meeting planner, if you were going to an event, when you walk in that door, your life is in the hand of the people running that facility. So the meeting planner need to understand that when people walk in that door, they're submitting themselves to that event and that facility for their safety. So best thing a meeting planner could look at it from the perspective of being a customer, of going to that event. What would you expect for you and your children or you and your family when you went to that event in terms of information about emergency exits? If there were known events or threats that were nearby, like we were in a thunderstorm watch. Thunderstorm watch happen very frequently. But when we go to thunderstorm warning, will somebody in that facility tell you where to go in the event there's a tornado warning? So those are the things that meeting planners, when they look through the event they're planning, is what would you want to know if you were going in there with your family?
Personalize
Look at
it.
Personalize it.
Wonderful, thank you. You've given us some fabulous tips on what to do to prepare your family and your community. What 3 action steps would you want participants of Collaborate Marketplace to take when they are planning their meetings, and things that they can implement immediately when they get back home?
Number one, always encourage the participants to be a part of the solution. That if something happens during the event, if you have a skill that can be used, use it. To encourage participants in all of our conventions to go back home and be volunteers. Find a place in the community where you can give back. Find a place in the event, much like you've done here with the bicycle thing, where people can participate and be innovative on how you could give back to the community. Because you know what? That street I talked about, Railroad Street, there are kids that need stuff. Kids are the future. And how we affect them, whether it's giving them something to play with or giving them a lifetime skill and learn how to read, is important. So volunteering in the community is important. Then the third thing is for people to look at and integrate sustainable environmental things into the theme of whatever you're doing. How can we practice that? How do we not use styrofoam cups? How do we pipe green into the theme? Because you know what? We live with a limited amount of clean air, a limited amount of clean water, a limited amount of space on this earth, and how do we be green? I think those are the themes that for every problem we have, there's an opportunity, which is innovation. How do we speak to innovation to this group? How can we be more innovative, make us safer, make us more secure, and be friendlier to the environment? Those themes, I think, are the ones that will take us into the 21st century and be more competitive.
Great. And lastly, you've gotten your master's in HR and you finished the Leadership Institute. Now, when you were in New Orleans, you were in a horrendous situation. What recommendations would you make for meeting professionals to have people following them as they lead?
Yeah. Well, don't forget those basic principles of leadership. A leader must have good bearing. Leader need to have some degree of composure. Can't have the leader saying one thing and do another. And in a disaster, in the midst of a crisis, the leader has to remain calm.
Thank you. I'm presenting a workshop tomorrow, creating and implementing a risk management plan, and I will integrate your comments in my presentation.
And there's a few more things in the book you might want to pick up on.
It's been an honor. Thank you.
Pleasure to meet you, man.
Whoops.
Good luck.
Thank you.